Hi, everyone, and welcome. I hope you're all having a good day. If you could hit that like button and subscribe, that'd make my day pretty good. I'm going to be a little bit more serious today. I'm going to start with an article that I read in the Washington Post. It's by Hannah Nathanson, Lisa Ryan, Elizabeth Dwoskin, and Fayez Siddiqui. It is titled, Social Security Facing Pressure from DOGE Weighs Big Cuts to Phone Service. It states that the agency is considering ending their phone program. And that helps with claims processing and is used by millions of elderly and disabled Americans. According to an employee at Social Security, the Trump administration would cause the largest service disruption in the agency's history if they get rid of their phones. So Elon Musk wants to shut down all this phone service to Social Security and have the elderly and disabled just go to the internet or go in person to one of the field offices. You ever been to one of those field offices? It's like going to the DMV. You take a number and you sit there for hours. This is all while the Trump administration is moving to cut 7,000 jobs at Social Security and eliminate numerous field offices. So who's going to run this, and where are the field offices going to be located, and how many of them? I mean, can the elderly go online or to get their services, or the disabled? Sure, some can, of course. But many others don't have internet service or the knowledge like young people do now. Not to mention the disabled, when they suggest that they go to a field office, like the elderly too, how can some of them get there? And they may be homebound, depending on the severity of their disabilities. But this is what I've been talking about, okay? Like Hitler, Elon and Trump are systematically silencing citizens and making our democratic system weaker so they can overtake it. It's not about saving the government money. It's not. It's about leading us all into submission. It's exactly what Adolf Hitler did. Please wake up and think about what's happening. That's all I ask. It's about stripping us of a voice and then pulling the rug out from underneath us and getting rid of Social Security altogether. So, is that going to cause homelessness and hunger amongst the elderly and the disabled? Yes. Is that going to cause deaths? Yeah, people will die. They're talking about taking something away from already weakened citizens. People who don't work because they're old or they're disabled. And we worked for that. Don't forget that. We put into the FICA our whole careers. And now they're talking about taking it away. Taking away the phone service. We'll make you walk to one of those field offices that's 50 miles away. So I don't call any of this cutting Social Security. I call it genocide. Call it like it is. Systematically weakening a society so Elon Musk can take over the United States. Donald Trump is a weak and pathetic child who's being used by Musk to initiate a coup. And Trump never saw it coming because he's too stupid to see what's in front of him. Well, other than his own reflection in a mirror. I'm sure he's kissing that reflection because he just loves himself and no one else. He would step over the elderly and the disabled, homeless in the street. Don't think he wouldn't. I am not being overly dramatic here, okay? I'm being attentive to what is going on in the United States. Most Americans are seriously underreacting. We need to rise up. If you would like to have your eyes opened and your mind expanded a bit, then I suggest that you read a book. And it's titled On Tyranny, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century by Timothy Snyder. Here it is. Timothy Snyder has a way of pulling you in and get you thinking, which in turn will cause you great concern and some anxiety, yes. But it's all here in black and white. From the very beginning of the book, he shows how history can help us to understand how systematic breakdowns can dismantle a democracy before anyone even notices. So this is a quote from the prologue in his book, okay? The European history of the 20th century shows us that societies can break, democracies can collapse, and ordinary men can find themselves standing over death pits with guns in their hands. It would serve us well today to understand why. What I'm asking for American citizens to do is to educate yourself, please. Educate yourselves on tyranny before our democracy is stripped from us. Guess that's about it. I'll be putting out another video soon. Got lots to talk about. So until then, I guess I'll just see y'all.